Without Will, they don't have anything. Anybody going to see Jada Smith in no movie?
What does making a mistake in front of the world, how do you handle that?
It's brutal. It's brutal. It's brutal, but beautiful. The addiction to the approval of others that I had to dissolve, brutal.
Oh, Will, come over here, man. It's been a minute, my guy. I thought we lost you. It's been a minute since we've been able to have a conversation with you. A true conversation. The last time that you graced our presence in reality was probably like 2019. Since then, you've had a hectic life. In 2020, starting off with this rumor of an entanglement that was confirmed on that Red Table Talk, then culminating in the slap heard around the world. But you're back now. And for that, I'm happy. We open you with open and welcomed arms. But I'm happy that you're finally attempting to break free, because I've always maintained that men will be defined by a couple of key things throughout their life: the purpose that they follow, the value that they can deliver, and the woman that will stand by their side. Get the first two correct, yet choose a demon, serpent, witch woman, and everything goes out the window. Will Smith's story is not rare. It's the story of picking a wrong woman, tying your entire image to them, and in Will's case, your brand image to them, that Jada and that Will love, then feeling like you cannot escape, that you have to keep the charade up of happy wife, happy life. It's also a story of taking hoes seriously. And when I say hoe, I mean hoe. Having sex with your son's best friend who is going through a mental health crisis is absurd. But Jada ran into the right blue-pilled Hollywood star, wanting to get remarried after a failed relationship, and convinced him with her hypersexuality. And he fell for it, hook, line, and stinker. She's even messed up the children, the son in all of his feminine glory, wearing nail polish and shit. And I think the young brother actually was going through like anorexia or something crazy like that. The daughter writing notes to her first love, Tupac, after he passed. While in present time, her embarrassing that man, continuously promoting, writing a book that no one would even care about if the man that she was embarrassing wasn't as popular as what he was. The Will and Jada story is just so damn crazy. And, Will, I'm just happy to have you back if these rumors are true. All right? Will, you finally woken up and you're finally doing something about it. Now, we're going to go through a compilation here today. Shout out to Tip Network, my guys over there put together a fantastic compilation. Guys, I'm gonna leave a link to the video as well as their channel down in the description box down below. If you're looking for fantastic compilation work, fantastic commentary, go over there and check these brothers out. All right, they're killing the game over there. But let's get active on this one. Without further ado,
I am the lead attorney, 20-year divorce attorney. I know for a fact
Shout out
that
Lee.
if Will Smith wanted a divorce, there are tons of divorce attorneys that would line up to take his case. He does not want to divorce this woman because if he did, he could do it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
You think so?
In a heartbeat.
Much later.
OMG. Y'all know Will Smith and Jada Pinkett have been rumored to be getting a divorce, getting separated, getting a divorce, getting separated through all of these years. Now it has come a time and point where Will Smith has contacted a big law firm. And he is not playing. He is trying to return Jada Pinkett back to the streets and where he found her, right?
Will Smith is finally, after being separated from Jada since 2016, he's done with the PR of it all. The life partnership is not working. He has a woman that he's in love with, and she is not black.
Will Smith fans are reacting to his flirty exchange with pop star India Martinez. In the now viral moment, Will and India seem to lean in for a kiss during a performance in Miami before India brushes him off. She then turns back, grabbing Will's face as the pair get close enough to give the impression of an actual kiss.
I am extremely happy that Will is finally waking up
Finally, Will.
and seeing this for who she is.
Live life.
He ready to sign them papers.
Come on.
Papers.
Get rid of that demon.
And you know she gonna come out and try to write a book. What happened to the life partner?
If he divorces her, do you disagree with this? She would take a third of what he has will be gone.
She could take 75% of what he has.
But listen, all that is until they get you. Once they get you, they don't give in to pressure. Her and her attorney are going to try and bring you down. In fact, 100%. It is the job of the attorney to make sure that she leaves with all your
Everything.
works.
Yeah.
100%.
That's right.
The most she can get is absolutely true.
That's crazy.
And
You know, and hear me out. My thing is that, listen, Will Smith is a 20, 30, $40 million a movie type of a guy. 70% of hundreds of millions of dollars is still worth your sanity. Please hear me out, Will. I don't care if the brother is worth $500,000 after the divorce, which we know he will not be. Just go do one movie and you back to living whatever the Will Smith lifestyle is, my guy. It is a damn shame that you've done all of this work throughout your life and you are not the ultimate happy of what you can possibly be. What is the grind worth if you just can't wake up every morning excited to be a part of life? Because you anchored down by that.
And he is now talking to lawyers. The issue, and so he is setting up to divorce Jada. Now, this is going to be a messy divorce because you have to understand the prenup that was signed. Because remember, when he met Jada, Jada was just kind of a small-time actress that was being passed around Hollywood between Tupac and everybody else that would take the pussy, right?
They grew up together. They were childhood friends in Baltimore.
R.I.P.
And it is my position that Tupac imprinted on Jada. Tupac was Jada's first. And like I said, if you are a man, understand something. Unless you get her early, you are not going to be her first choice. Anybody on the planet knew that Will Smith was Jada Pinkett's second choice.
He proposed to you while he was in jail.
When he asked me to get married, he was at Rikers. And I knew at that time, he needed somebody to do time with him. Which I was gonna do anyway. You didn't have to marry me to do time, right? I'm here. Because of our friendship and because of everything we have been through together, he just wanted to feel that solidified foundation.
You destroying his legacy. You saying he wanted to marry you and all this, and it can't be backed up nowhere. I know what makes people act right in this world, and it is fear of consequence.
Listen.
If these people have no consequence, how can we live in a world where people can do what they want to do? Like,
You gotta think, what reason does she have to even talk through that besides upping her book sales? You're Will's wife. Your number one job is to keep up his public image. But this is why highly successful men, high value men, should leave modern women at the curb, back to the streets from where they came. Because inevitably, they will resent that high value man for continuing to be successful. The success that they have to take a second seat to. The feminists do not like that second seat stuff. They want to be a power couple.
people can't destroy you and you don't defend yourself.
Look like
what
an alien on that
kind of world
book.
is this? Like what Jada is doing to Will Smith. You're out here trying to destroy somebody. In fact, you're destroying two people. You are basically talking about a dead man.
You know, since he's been able to face so much scrutiny and just public humiliation, and his career is still intact, while Jada is at the house doing... What is Jada doing right now?
We were all introduced to Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith and the word entanglement. Yes, entanglement, something a 40-plus-year-old married woman said about banging her son's drug-addicted friend.
Crazy.
I got into an entanglement with August.
An entanglement?
Yes. I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good.
Oh, God.
Help heal somebody.
Emotional damage.
The people in charge of this United States of whatever you want to call it empower so that the community is ran by look at everything that's happening in the world. It's the women. They have the power over you.
Let's talk about the role of a wife. I know that it is uncomfortable and grotesquely unfair to emasculate your husband publicly. Publicly. How much smaller do you want to make him?
Right.
How much? Come on, Jada. This is wrong. Especially while you still married to him.
Come on.
What I've been able to discover about myself in the last 5 years, I've needed this time to really concentrate on me and really developing like a relationship with myself.
Now, if Will Smith was banging Willow's drug-addicted friend, they would throw him in the cell next to R. Kelly.
Yeah.
But we were allowed to call it entanglement.
Yeah.
Her name was not in the, her name didn't flow as much even when she was getting movie roles as it does today, tangled up with this stuff. Gentlemen, it is my position that modern women and high-value men don't mix because they will likely not be happy in a secondary or support role.
Come on.
They want the spotlight. They want the spotlight. And unfortunately, only one of you can have the spotlight, and it needs to be you because without Will, they don't have anything. Anybody going to see Jada Smith in no movie?
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike. The only thing we can do is guarantee to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. So there's nothing else left to do but get on into it. Are you ready? Let's go.
Yo ho, white savages, say it ain't so. It's looking like Jada Pinkett Smith's time has run out. We have known all the long time, as that there have been many signs pointing that their marriage was heading towards a divorce, with Will Smith being publicly dragged online by his wife, where she went on a social media run talking about all their business and their affairs, with anyone lending an ear to care. What happened behind those closed doors and in those bedrooms? Jada made it like a task list as she's doing her chores by making sure that she was disrespecting Will Smith every step of the way, publicly humiliating him every chance that she could get. Just like with Barack Obama's wife, Michelle, Jada Pinkett did what she can to make Will Smith's life like hell, whether she realized it or not. The fact that remains is this. From the beginning of their marriage, when they exchanged vows with one another, to the aftermath that followed those events, what it has all shown us, what we've known all along, is that she has never respected Will Smith as a spouse at any given time of their history, unless she was able to make some kind of money, notoriety, or increase the spotlight on herself selfishly.
For the first time in my career, having to deal with a level of disapproval that I never had to experience.
Yeah. What does making a mistake in front of the world, how do you handle that?
It's brutal. It's brutal. It's brutal, but beautiful. The addiction to the approval of others that I had to dissolve, brutal. It was brutal. Finding that way to be able to be with my own humanity, be able to not be perfect, then I found in my constellation of ideas of perfection that we called Will Smith. Working in that space of authenticity and honesty and imperfection, allowing that to grow into a higher perfection than the imagery of Will Smith is where I am as an artist and as a human right now.
Lights.
What's interesting about what he just said is that you gotta remember Will Smith got popping before the internet, right? The inception of the internet. right? So he grew up in an era where, you know, stars kind of came out infrequently, and it was all about the perfect image or perception. You know, within that time, you know, Will and Jada's marriage relationship, what have you, was like that prototypical black love, you know, covers of magazines. You know, that's what they were known for. And with all of that attention, he got addicted to the public perception, or the perception that he's this perfect person, or this relationship is this perfect thing. All to have it crash and burn with the entanglement and the slap. That's a lot to have happen within a short period of time, and to him to be the laughingstock of the internet for years. But I think when he got up and slapped Chris Rock, he was really slapping himself. It was just projected at Chris Rock. But that was his anger for being blue-pilled, unknowing, rose-colored glasses, his anger for being tricked by this super sexual being, as in Jada. The anger or the resentment of her never feeling whole within herself, even though he handed everything to her, gave her the keys to the castle, ensured that she retained a career. Shit, she got the Matrix role because of him. He was supposed to be Neo. He chose Wild Wild West, but he was supposed to be Neo. And now the brother's breaking free. And not just breaking free, but it looks like he's going either south of the border or south of the Atlantic down to South America. Hello.
Savages, I think we've all known it all along, as Will Smith has been playing a mental mind game with himself, putting his head into the sand, when everyone was trying to tell that man to wake up, smell the coffee, and leave Jada Pinkett. Well, now he has, and he destroyed the shackles, removing all the chains from his feet, from his mind, from his palms. Gone ahead and ripped that wedding ring off. Will Smith discovers that Jada has nothing left to offer. Why should he continue to allow his dignity, his self-dignity, to continue to suffer, being under the constant barrage and the attack, the emasculation and slaughter of his manhood, by a woman that's still in love with the ghost of Tupac? But what I do know is that Jada Pinkett has been exposing her damn self, as she's been revealing her true colors on every press run that she's done, exposing herself to be a big old dunce and a true villain in the story.
What is Jada doing right now to remotely keep Will's brand afloat? Will is a brand in himself, and I think he felt like during that Black Love era, the Jet magazine, oh my God, like they are the perfect couple. And when you open it up and you see that it's all PR and it's press, and now he's had a rude awakening. It's like, why am I here?
The line about wanting a Jada and that Will love from 2014's No Role Models is ruined according to longtime Cole fans, and they are beside themselves. That Jada and that Will love lyric from J. Cole did not age well. I don't want that Jada and Will love no more. This was that Jada and that Will love J. Cole was talking about. J. Cole, when you offer him that Jada and Will love now, when J. Cole said he wanted that Jada and Will love in a song called Don't Save Her.
Why am I staying
Crazy.
here? Why did I allow her to, to talk me into being life partners when he was the one that left her? He left Jada, gave her everything, still wasn't enough, built her a house, gave her women when she wanted women.
So why bother go through all those troubling times and those headaches when he can go and sign off on the divorce papers, and head out, embark on his new music touring career, popping up on Lyrical Lemonade, doing freestyles, getting critiques left and right every which way? But he's continually to be acting in his own self-interest, where his toughest critics were nothing when it compared to one Jada Pinkett. Will Smith has been afflicted with the cognitive dissonance from before, the disconnect from reality, when people have been trying to grab him by the shoulders and shake him to wake up. Where the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the noise has finally gotten through to him there, as he is willing to pull the trigger in initiating the divorce and kicking Jada Pinkett to the curb, according to the rumors, of course.
All right, guys, I'm gonna pause the content right here. If you want to finish it out, you know the links down in the description box down below. But yeah, Will, welcome back, my guy. I know this. I'll be over here moving furniture. Shit, I'll be divorcing everybody if my daughter wants to write a letter to a dead man that was my wife's first love, begging him to come make my mom happy, I'd be done. I would know this shit is over for me. This shit is cooked. You got to think of what are the conversation the mom is having with the daughter for the daughter to do some shit like that. You know what I mean? That to me is certified narcissist behavior. I need to take out the DSM-5 and do a whole diagnostic on this chick. But that to me is absolutely absurd. That level of emasculate, top tier. Never seen nothing like it. But inevitably, I believe that Will Smith is now ready to pay for peace, even if it costs him hundreds of millions of dollars. Think about that for a quick second. If a man is at the end of his rope paying hundreds of millions of dollars for peace, then what are you doing in your life to ensure peace before you ever make that Jada mistake? All right, guys, write me your questions, comments, concerns down in the comment box down below. What is it you thought about the content here today? And let's get after it, all right? People click on the video, they look straight down in the comments while they listen to what's happening, all right? So they want to see your comments down up in there as well and have a conversation, all right? Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high value man.